Hello there! Today we'll be witnessing one of the most anticipated games of the Majors, Lany versus Cyphe. Lany is seed 1 in this tournament, known for his micro and aggressively decisive gameplay. Cyphe is known being the macro guy whose age is a higher number than his APM. Who will win? What do you think, Rex? Do you think that Lany is gonna, as you say, give us the clapping of the year versus Cyphe?
I think I'm a bit biased. I would say this is a Lany victory, just from my personal experience with him. But to be fair, I've been shit talking Cyphe today a bit, but he's also one of the one of the few people that I think plays very good. And so yeah, I'm excited for this match.
Yeah, we all meme on Cyphe, but he always has consistent tournament performance, kind of the opposite of Wormy. All right, first ban is Kessel. Can we get a Boba's meme that Lany's a Kessel one trick in the chat, please?
I mean, isn't Kessel kind of a useless ban? Right? I mean, just don't pick it and you're gonna be fine.
Well, no, because maybe he doesn't feel like he could win his either faction. All right, we have Polis. Ooh. Lany's leaving Dantooine open. That's interesting. The question is it a trap?
I mean, he lost both maps on Dantooine so far, like two rounds that he played. So maybe this is the redemption when he can Cyphe Dantooine.
Okay. Game
so
1.
Cyphe bans 2 maps that are heavily rebel-sided, in my opinion. So maybe just doesn't want to play rebels.
Ooh, Cyphe picks Endor game 1. So Lany couldn't beat him in with the Dantooine open. Lany's obviously going to respawn with Rebels. I'm assuming, yes? You think it's going to be Rebels?
Yes.
He's taking his time. Sure. Okay, yeah, Rebellion. Now, Rebellion it is.
I'm interested to see if Cyphe's going to be defending. He used to do that on this map a few times. See how that works out with the new map in a big matchup like this.
I'm curious to see if Lany goes through the nebula or if he paths around.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, I don't think we'll see a Y-wing from Lany for the base mine. I think it'll be X-wings. I don't think I've ever seen Lany use a Y-wing for the base mine.
I don't think that's going to happen on Endor.
Oh man, yeah, Cyphe's already losing the mental game here.
I mean, I think this was it all went to his favor, right? He got his map. He probably got his preferred faction. I'm just from my experience, I think he's more comfortable with Empire on Endor, so he shouldn't be nervous now. What does whoops mean?
I don't know. We're just waiting for Cyphe's brain to turn back on.
Yeah.
Maybe he had to go pee really quick first.
Well, I don't think that would be a whoops moment, but who knows?
It would be depending on how bad you had to go. All right, here's the countdown. 3 and 2 and 1 and starting.
I'm interested in 2 things. Seeing Lany start and seeing if Cyphe's going to defend.
All right. Lany start. Looks like he is going to build the turret. That's one thing I was wondering if he was going to do. Fixing widescreen bug really quick. Widescreen bug fixed. Okay, Lany is opting to build the turret. He's building a
but by the looks of it, he isn't going to deny the Empire turret.
And he is choosing to ignore the middle. Oh, nope, sorry. He is choosing turret.
Huh? Is Scythe not building a turret himself? Oh, look at that.
Nope, Scythe's doing the hard defense. So I think what Scythe did here is Scythe looked to see what Lany was doing and then reacted accordingly. But no engine upgrade from Scythe.
I guess that's still building. Oh wait, he builds a missile turret? And no engine upgrade while defending? That seems weird.
Yeah.
Maybe he misclicked there.
Maybe the missile turret was thinking of a Y-Wing?
I mean, if he's defending, that shouldn't be a problem.
Alright, I feel like he needed an engine upgrade. He could have done a little bit better there with that.
Yeah. I mean, that's really a very weird combo. Like, trying to defend with a missile turret and no upgrade. Maybe he is just really nervous. And there goes the mine, and no attack on the rebel base mine yet.
That's not looking good
And
for
it's under
Empire.
rebels control. It's looking quite well, actually. He's contesting bottom left. I think Lany should just get out of the left side now. Ah, he leaves the Stallions. No. Okay, he leaves one.
Well, I mean, the only area on the map Lany can't see at the moment is here. And Lany, of course, has the income.
Yeah, but Lany knows that Scythe wouldn't build that.
Right. Well, you could. It could be like, if you know the game's lost, why not try?
But look at this. His one almost destroyed squadron is just going up there. Ah, never mind.
Oh, Lany's warping in. Yep. What is Lany doing with his X-Wings at the station?
I think he's trying to make Scythe scared, so he won't build either of those mines.
What is Lany doing with these 3 X-Wings hitting the station?
Yeah, I think he just wants to let Scythe know, I'm here, don't build a mine. And
But Scythe just cleared bottom left.
Yeah, but he won't build that now if he knows that 3 X-Wings are patrolling.
I mean...
maybe he will actually. I'm not
sure. I would?
What Lany's doing. Yeah.
What is Lany doing?
I mean, Lany is gonna be able to build top right once he clears that, so...
I mean, Scythe's looking for the X-Wings. He's like, wait, is this a trap?
I mean...
Oh, no. Oh, man, that starting fighter came up.
I can't see a single X-Wing in there. They're all invisible for me in the middle. Top left, sorry.
I mean, the TIE fighters will win that top left fight. Lany's building top right mine. Lany did lose his bot right mine. That X-Wing will catch this mine going up. The question is, does Lany have something to pop it immediately?
I think he has like 1 or 2 squadrons left. Like
he has to.
Spend all of his money.
Well, both of his starting fighters are going over there. And there it is. There they are.
Okay. So Lany did just waste 3 squadrons in the top left. I'm not sure what that was about, but...
Scythe will not be able to rebuild the top left mine, though. He will not have the funds for it. He is broke as a bloke. Meanwhile, Lany will get the top right mine, so he doesn't have any units near.
Yeah, and then after that, Lany can just rebuild his base mine, which he's clearing right now. But Scythe...
Ooh, that's going to go down with Scythe. 200 credits short of building another mine. Meanwhile, Lany is getting that income. So all Lany has to do now is just win a dogfight.
Yeah, but he's leaving his star units behind. Okay, that's very good. He's just getting some free kills now.
Wonder if Lany's going to try to rebuild this as soon as he has the money.
He should. He definitely should. I mean, now he just needs to send like 1 squad over to the enemy basement to test that, and just rebuild his own. Which he is doing, yeah.
Yep, so Lany rebuilds his base mine.
The problem is, all of those squads of ties in the bottom left, I mean, they're gonna go for his base mine. They don't have anywhere else to go. But look at that. Yeah. Lany can just shoot Scythe in the back up here. Oh, I can't ping.
I see it. I'm watching it.
Alright.
And he's checking the top left mine. So yeah, this is looking pretty over.
Yeah, I mean, Lany doesn't have a significant force anywhere on the map, so it's not over, but it's not looking good.
Well, Scythe does have a mine going up. Again, he's had this top right mine for so long.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what Lany's doing right now. He's not getting up a force, like... And his base mine's gonna be destroyed relatively quickly as well.
Ooh, he might be able to do just a little bit of double damage on this bottom left mine.
I don't think so.
Just a tickle. Just a tickle.
Oh yeah,
Nice
a
little
bit.
tick.
Oh, a bomber. Look at that. Nope.
Okay.
Why would Lany build a bomber? I mean,
Lany?
sure he can get this mine down, but he doesn't have any money problems. I mean, he could just pump out X-Wings.
I think something that you see from Lany quite a bit is in the late game, he will always hold on to a bomber. Just that way he doesn't have to commit fighters to an area of the map and he can just drop 350. Is that what they are? The 350, 375?
450.
450? They're not a lot of money. I've known Lany to hold on to a bomber in the late game just for when he needs to kill a mine quickly. That way he doesn't have to move his X-Wings. That way he gets to keep pressure on other areas of the map and not have to worry about Empire being able to get enough money to build another mine. Because that mine
Yep.
did not pay for itself.
Good. He just got in 2 units to defend. Oh, I guess cleaned up the ties after the mine is dead. There's not much
And
defending
Lane's,
going on.
yep. And he did defend the top right mine.
Yeah, I think with that it's GG.
Yeah, he warped these in just to finish off the TIE fighters, honestly.
I don't think Scythe can kill the mine now, and with that should be over.
Yep. So this is looking like a 1-0 start. Now, the question is, what map do you think Lany will pick next? Do you think it's going to be a Geo?
Honestly, I'm really not sure. I don't think he's gonna pick Geo, but
I think he will. I think Lany would want a map where he could play either side well, yeah.
Yeah, that's GG. Now, what
to
do you
be
think
fair,
went wrong here for Scythe?
I mean, I know Scythe said some bopping, but that lasted longer than I thought it was going to.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Scythe just with this weird strategy of defending with the missile turret and no upgrade, and then Lany kind of dropped the ball by killing off all his fighters.
So, currently 1-0. Again, the maps are banned were Castle Polis and Coruscant. Scythe picked Endor, Lany picked Rebellion, and Lany won. So now we're on to game 2, where Lany has map pick. I think it's going to be Geo. And Rex, have you said what you think it's going to be? You don't think it'll be Endor
No,
again, do you?
I'm not sure. From this, I don't know Scythe's playstyle well enough. But Lany obviously does, so I think he can better decipher what would be a good idea.
You don't think Lany will YOLO and pick Dantooine, do you?
I hope he will. I'd like to see more of this map.
He
It
might.
really always gets good matches out.
Oh, he is! He's gonna do it! He's gonna do it!
Huh?
Oh, he said, "Chin up, Mr. Edmonds." That really makes me think he's gonna pick Dantooine.
He's not so sure. Yeah, okay.
Oh man, I was hoping he was gonna do it.
No, yeah, if Lany just doesn't write anything in chat, he's frozen. Geo, you're right. Look at that.
Well, I think I got a good understanding of how Lany's brain works. He wants to pick a map where he feels comfortable as either faction. I know Lany feels very comfortable as either faction. On Geonosis? Speaking of which, I'm going to click
to be
the
honest,
map.
at this point, who doesn't?
Me?
I mean,
Me? I can't win as either faction. It's my ban every game map.
But why? I mean, you started practicing on Geo as well, right? When you started going for the 1v1 tournament?
Yeah, I can't beat anybody on the map at all.
And Scythe picks Raps.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea.
I think we're going to see triple IPV from Lany.
Oh,
Do
no.
I think it's a good idea that he picked Rebs?
Yes. Are you too busy with the countdown?
Did you ask me a question?
Yeah, yeah. If it's a good idea if that Scythe picked Rebels.
Maybe. I don't know. I think that maybe he just knows that Lany's more comfortable as Rebellion in general.
Now look at that. Scythe's going for the Pirate Dog.
Yeah, that's so he's trying. Is he trying to do a repeat of Boba versus Lany in the Grand Finals 2019?
I haven't watched that match, so
Because I'm pretty sure this is the start Boba did.
oh,
Boba countered the IPVs by contesting Pirate Doc early.
but Lany isn't even going for the Paradox, so he's just, I
Right.
mean, wasting firepower basically. He's going in there with 2 units.
Oh man.
Okay.
Oh man.
And
Oh
he's
man.
hitting the bottom right. Okay.
Oh, man. Unfortunate. Very unfortunate.
I mean,
Now he's
there's now a
going
bomber
mid.
as a
He's like,
base
oh
mine.
no, mid must be building. Mid must be building.
Ah.
Oh
I mean, look at it. His
man.
base mine is basically dead. Bottom right is taking it. Bottom right will die right now. Oh my
Oh,
god.
the double bomber.
Yeah. Oh wow. Okay. Scythe just outplayed himself. Honestly. He hasn't even touched the rebel base mine yet, and he lost 2 mines. Oh my god.
Realm, if you're
Okay.
watching this, get the memes ready.
I mean, this is very interesting to see. But he does have a small fleet of pirate fighters.
It's true. He does.
And I mean, Lany lost 1,000 credits through the bombers, so he doesn't have a big presence anywhere right now.
Right.
But he can just defend,
And
honestly.
Scythe still has a supply dock. That's something else. No, he
Yeah.
does not. Yes, he does. Okay, station is oriented strangely. So Lany lost both those bombers, so that's a lot of money that did go disappear. But Scythe also had to
It
spend
was.
extra money.
Yeah,
And
but Scythe barely got any money back from 2 mines, so that was definitely worth it.
right. I mean, and there's a lot of TIE fighters here at this base mine.
Yeah. And now
Ooh, is
gonna
Scythe
try to
gonna
run
build
away
a
and
mid?
lose all of them.
Scythe might try to build a mid and 100 more gold. Gold credits. Things. That is one.
But Lany discounts
Oh,
it.
yeah. That was very unfortunate at the beginning of the game.
Yeah. I mean, well played from Lany as well, but I think Scythe mostly outplayed himself here. Scythe warping in the fighters too close to the dogfight, losing one of them.
Yep. That's a big dogfight happening there, but I don't think he can win with that.
And then, it looks like there are way more ties than rebel units, but maybe that isn't visible, so.
Right.
But
No,
just
I'm saying,
seeing
like, I
rebel
don't think
fighters
Scythe
exploding.
can win that, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it looks like he's gonna lose. And I mean, this is GG, like there's no way Scythe can. Yep, there it is. Now that was the clapping. Yep, 2-0 for Lany.
Yikes. That was a series of unfortunate events.
Mm-hmm. Now, what
This has to be
does
the
DBL
Dantooine
mean?
pick. Or maybe he picks you again. I bet he'll pick
Cuarson,
you. What's that?
do you know what DBL means? DBL bomber.
Double.
Ah, got it. Thank you. But honestly, if Scythe would have killed the left bomber before it killed his mine, I don't think that would have made a difference. Like the right bomber killed the mine immediately, and then on the left, Lany would have just had to call in one or
Oh,
two
yeah.
fighters.
I agree completely.
Naboo. All right. I think that's a good pick. I believe that Scythe is very comfortable on that map on both factions.
But can he beat Lany?
I mean, just
Lany's
in general,
sad because he wants Dantooine. I guarantee Lany wants Dantooine. Do you think that?
I really don't know why Lany would want Dantooine.
He
Like,
didn't
I mean,
ban it.
now that it's 2-0, sure, why not? But
I
don't
think
know,
he
that
wanted Cypher to pick Dantooine. I think that's why he didn't ban it.
Hmm. Oh, I'm not ready. So, again, I'd like to see if Cypher is gonna be defensive again, trying to defend the Space Mine. Or not. He does like to do that.
Here we go. Into match point. So, question. Do you think Lany will take this fighter and go down at an angle to scout, or do you think that he'll bring that fighter back to try to catch the fighters if they come in?
I mean, I would think that he's either gonna go for the Nebula or trying to intercept Cypher's fighters.
Ooh.
No, really. Okay.
I was going to say, Lany messed that start up. I was wondering if it was going to be the redo. He didn't pass his X-Wing again at the top. And then it also clipped the Nebula.
Oh, alright. Well, that's just one redo gone.
Yeah.
Seemed a lot longer than 10 seconds. Flipper? Get out of here. I mean, personally, I don't think this was too long, but I don't know. What do you say?
I mean, I believe the ruling we've used with all the other matches is if nothing's happened yet. Like, they hadn't even crossed the Nebula yet.
I mean, technically, he did see that Scythe was going over the Nebula as well, but I mean, that's to be expected, right? Like, I wouldn't want to call that GG because of that.
Well, Scythe's contesting it, so I think we gotta ask Bulba.
I mean, can you look? No. Alright, I'm gonna try to see if I can see the stream, how long exactly the game went on. Let's see. How long did he put for the day? Not long enough. Okay, I can't see it anymore. I clip it. Nope, it's not on there either. Oh wait, it actually is. So Lany took 26 seconds.
And the rules do specifically state 10 seconds, don't they?
Yes.
I mean, we have in the past ruled, at least for the minors games, where if nothing major has happened yet, we allow the redo. But want to go talk to them individually? Let's go talk to Lany.
All right.
Hello, Lany.
Sorry, I had to activate my mic. Yep.
That's okay. So, sticky situation, because technically, on a technical sense, I know that we've allowed other things in the minors where we've allowed, but if we want to be real technical with what we've written, it does say 10 seconds, and
Yeah, but-
Rex went back and it was 26 seconds.
Like, personally, I'd say. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I know it comes down to like personal feelings versus technicality. So
I kinda don't wanna be involved in the resolvement of this right now because I'm playing.
right? No.
I'm-
That's not what we're asking. We're saying, what just as the competitor, What do you think should happen?
As the competitor, I think it should be a replay. Because in the past we have argued that if nothing has happened, we allow the read.
Well,
And
technically,
that was the
you could
case here.
say that you saw his fighter going over the
Nope,
movie.
all we needed was Lady's opinion. Okay, so we need a third party here. What that comes down to.
Aren't we the third party? Why don't you ask Cyph if that's Ruse's strategy? Oh.
I think we might just have to move to game 4 and wait for Boba to be here to rule. Because we don't have enough people here for this decision.
I mean, do you want to put the sole decision on Boba?
Well, the problem is, I guess it would need to be Vernie or me Boba, question mark?
Can't we just take the regular sync council, which would be Lany? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, again, well, my personal opinion is just let them replay it. What are you thinking? Cuarson?
I'm thinking maybe we should just move to game 4 or the later.
I mean, yeah, all right.
That's what I said, lady! Okay, so we're not resolving later. Game 4. Perfect.
So it's a 2-1 now, technically.
Yep. Brazil me. Okay! Back to Lady map pick. Oops. Bothy.
Cyph6 Empire. Well, technically, I guess it's the right choice. It is easier as Empire, but I don't think that's an Empire-sided map. But I'm willing to fight for that opinion.
Mm-hmm. Hey, here we go.
Now, Lany technically still has his redo, right? Like,
well, yeah, yes, because he forfeited the other one on that technicality. So yes.
Look at Cyph. He's being very inefficient right now. Like, he's not calling in a second unit to go to the left mine.
I have no comment because I don't know how to play this map.
Well, you're slower if you use your starting unit instead of warping one in, because they're so far to the right. But Lany isn't going for the turret, so he's not exploiting it.
Ooh,
Lany actually
is he
wants to pop
baiting?
that turret. Yeah, but there is no turret. If he
Lany
moves in,
did build this turret down here, though. He
oh
built
my
the
god, this
laser.
is so perfect for Lany now. Like, this turret has so little HP because Cyph did such a slow start. And that's gonna be it for the turret. Yep, there it goes. Damn. But, okay, never mind, sorry. Lany also builds the bottom turret. So, very good start for Rabbit as well. He's winning a dogfight. He has a turret, destroyed one already. Just overall, the best start that you could wish for, basically.
So I do want to talk more about what just happened there, because I think this is something that we do need to side down the line, because it really does come down to what we think should happen versus what we have written. And though we may disagree with it, we do have it written as 10 seconds. So that's something that I think we need to change.
Yeah, definitely. I think we just need to change the rule. However, it's difficult, right? You can't make a rule based on whoever is casting right now, right? You can't have the rule based on the feelings of the person watching.
Right, but we have kind of allowed other things, but if we're going by what is written, and I think that's our job, is to enforce the rules that we set. That is the rule we set.
Yeah,
So.
I think it just needs to be rewritten, and I don't know. It's difficult to write a rule like that, right? But because 10 seconds is basically nothing in the early game, right? Unless you have a hiccup immediately, you're not going to be able to use it, basically. Oh, and look at that. Cyph builds a missile turret to defend his basement.
Nice. Cyph has a TIE
it's...
fighter hidden here. I don't know if Lany knows it's there, though.
I suppose Lany would build a turret first, then the mine. I mean, I would think.
Not sure.
And Lany calls in the bomber.
Oh, the Y-wing, nice.
Now he has 4 X-wings attacking. Okay, now 3 X-wings attacking the mine already. Maybe an extra X-wing would have been better than the bomber.
I don't know. I think the bomber's fine.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just gonna die. It's like 400.
Right, but I think he just wants to get rid of the mine. Wow, it only got 1 volley off.
Oh,
that is such a hard mine to attack.
So I guess Cyph's missile turret did pay off. There was a very weird effect after Lany called the bomber in. Like, there was an explosion in the middle of my screen. Maybe the bomber warped in weirdly inside of a missile from the turret. Maybe that's what happened. They were invisible for me anyway, so I couldn't count if it was 2 or 3.
Rebel base mine does go down. He's defending his base mine. Lany has pretty good map control in the center here. One of the things that really does favor Rebels for this map is that there's just so many mines and other things to fight around. But Cyph does take this area down here, and he has quite a few TIE fighters. He just needs to pop that base mine. I wish he had a bomber for this, really.
To be fair, bombers on the Rebel base mine are weird as well, because you can't really call them in anywhere.
Yeah, you have to call them in down here.
Yeah.
So it is awkward, but the mine would have died. He's sacrificing a lot of TIE fighters down here.
And I mean, now Lany's starting his response, so... but he's not defending with them, so... Cyph is gonna get a bit more damage.
Yeah, but at the same time, Lany has both sides in the middle.
I mean, Cyph's only hope is either his base mine, or somehow sticking this one in.
Cyph calls GG.
GG.
So we end the game with a 3-1.
Yeah. 3-1 through technicality.
Yep. Alright, let's drag them back in.
So, yeah.
GG's, boys.
Guys.
GG.
Good matches to watch.
Yeah, I'd like to have a first question here. Cyph, how nervous were you going into this?
After the first game kind of like started beforehand, I got super nervous. I calmed down after that game, but you know, my micro just kind of got bamboozled on Geonosis, and I just decided over there to hard commit, and I was just like, yeah, I've already lost a series to go down 2-0, so. But the second game I wasn't nervous, is just, you know, he was just able to perfectly go in with that bomber strategy. It's nice. It was a good double bomber strategy. I didn't even bother paying attention to bottom right, to be honest. But
because to me, it felt like you outplayed yourself as much as Lany beat you. Because like on the first map on Endor, you defended your base mine, but built a missile turret and no speed upgrade.
I could care less about the engine upgrade. I kind of botched that. I took too long to attack his his X-wings when they were in the nebula. Took way too long for that. But
so that was all on purpose?
Yeah, I was like, if I saw him like going through the nebula, I wanted to hard defend it because it's an ion nebula and you can just start picking off X-wings super easy. But I botched it, so took way too long. I should have warped. I literally warped in 2 ties at the same time. Like, that should tell you like how long it took you for me to respond to that. Like, you know.
Yeah. And then on the second map, Geonosis, yeah, that was just. I guess you tried to counter his IPV strat, or what were you thinking?
Yeah, I wanted to go with the pirate strategy. I was going to start pumping in pirate fighters, but it would have worked, but he double damaged my base mine and basically killed it pretty much instantly. I didn't really get any return on investment on it, and then he bombered my other one too. So the double bomber strategy, honestly, is almost in a sense, it's kind of almost a hard counter to what I did. I really liked it though. It was nice. It was well executed. But yeah, no, I mean, like, the thing was is usually at least have like one mine. I figured there was gonna be one bomber, and then I warped in my X-wing over there, and it was already warping in, and my X-wing like just finished like as it warped in, and I was just like, oh shit, I'm not even gonna be able to like try to block it or anything like that. Because if I could have absorbed some shots, that would have been totally different. But oh yeah, that double damage sunk it down to like 10%.
Yeah.
It's like,
yeah. See,
that
I was hoping we were
feels
gonna. Go ahead.
feels bad, man.
Did you think that Lany was gonna go for the IPV strat against you?
Potentially, I mean, if he did or didn't, it was kind of like, well, I wanted to kind of use the unconventional type strategy, as Laney said. Just, he was able to out execute me in this case, and really it was built the hard counter, honestly. The double bomber just really nuked both my mines. I mean, if I would have been honestly better if I didn't probably even build my bottom right mine just to have that extra 850 to get those couple extra pirate fighters. But
That's true, because then
yeah.
Lany would have had an extra bomber that he could have done nothing with.
Right. So yeah, no, I mean, I was just like, oh shoot, and I just kind of made a split-second decision. I'm like, all right, I either like take all my units and just force the dogfight over here, or I could have just like individually did it. And I saw like 7 ties there, and I had like 4 pirate fighters and 2 or 3 X-wings, and I was like, I can maybe skeet in a couple more. And then I like decided too late to buy extra pirate fighters instead of a mine, so it just kind of snowballed from that end. Just yeah, I mean, tail of the tape in there. My micro is just not up to par. I just I don't execute very well. And yeah, I got bop for it. So
Mhm.
Now, Lany, do you have any thoughts on the matches?
Yeah, it was really. I was almost more scared before this one than before playing against RealRex. For you, it was. I'm afraid that you just know me and hard counter everything I do, but now the heating in my I guess in the wrong building is almost off. Like it's a central heating, and there's a little bit coming on here, but it's really cold, and I just don't have the dexterity in my fingers like I normally have, and that just feels so weird to play.
That
And
explains it.
I felt it on Endor a lot, and that made me nervous. Like coming into Endor, I was still pretty okay, but after Endor, I felt like, damn, I'm clicking so slow compared to what I don't know was
We
expecting
noticed
myself
that
to do,
too.
and that just was scary to me. It's like, damn, what if I just lose because of this? Yeah, on Endor, let me remember.
There's a
what
couple
happened on
times there
Endor.
was, I believe there was fighters. There was a couple times your X-wings were just like doing weird things, fighting weird fights, or just taking damage that you typically wouldn't take.
Oh, I remember one thing. They were in the center between the nebula and the station, and I moved them to the bottom mine. And it
Oh.
must have been that a missile hit them at that point or something. So they aggroed the station.
Mm-hmm.
And 10 seconds later, I'm like, where are my fighters? Why are they not down here? I look at the station. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yes,
And then I
that's
just went with the flow and sent them top left. So they have some use there at least. Yeah, I think what won me the game, I'm confident I can destroy the baseman regardless what my opponent does. So I don't really mind you hard defending that side. So I think what won me is that I got my top right side mine up and pretty much uncontested for a long time.
yeah, I think what I should have did, because I sent a TIE fighter over there almost at the beginning of the game. I should have this is where he kind of messed up. Like I split my commitment on the hard defend there. I should have just stalled bottom left, and then like I should have just dropped a bunch of TIE fighters at base mine just to rip off as many X-wings as I possibly could, and then eventually kind of go over. But I was trying to do way too much, so I guess in a
Basically
sense,
what you always preach, right?
yeah. And what did I always preach? And it was a knee jerk reaction because I muffed the start on the hard defense. Usually like when they go through the nebula, like you're at least able to pick off the first X-wing unit, but like I barely picked. I think I picked off maybe 1.5 X-wings. Like it was bad. Like usually you can just run right through it, and I just reacted way too slow. And yeah, sure. I mean, my base mine eventually would have got popped. I know that, but like the amount of X-wings that you would have lost in terms for that, like, would have been a lot more, friendly, I guess, in this case. So, but yeah, I mean,
Essentially, yeah.
I just I really honestly I just botched the start, and it was kind of like I said, just kind of snowballed. But that's usually what happens when you have bad micro and you start to a little panicky there and back and forth, and yeah, that's what happens. But oh well.
What was the second one? Second one was Geonosis,
Geo.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Then you guys went on to Naboo.
Yeah, Geonosis, from my perspective, maybe if we go in chronological order, I wanted to do something wacky at that point. I just felt like it. So I went with a double bomber strategy, which is kind of dependent on what you do. But I had a gut feeling that you would try to build bottom right. Because that's not something I usually commit on. So maybe you just have watched how I play and then go from there. And at the same time, I felt like you might want to go for the pirates because of the IPV strat that I have, like as an ace in my sleeve. So I felt like even if the bomber doesn't really find something, maybe that's okay because you spend one X-wing going somewhere else instead of attacking my base mine, etc. So I felt like, okay, let's go with this and see what happens. And then it worked out beautifully.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like cheese the cheese strat almost. But I honestly, like, in hindsight, like, either not build bottom right, or I should have just, like, I had an X-wing there. I should have dropped another X-wing there so I could have at least popped that bomber and then, like, maybe even absorb some of the shots there. I didn't even consider it. I thought maybe you were gonna hard build middle because I was just like, oh, I left it totally uncontested when he flew by. It's like, oh, he's not even there. Like, oh, okay, well, freebie. So I was like, I kind of went to the middle and then didn't do it, didn't bite on it. I was like, okay, well, there's one mine. I feel good. And then like I went up to the base mine when I was doing all of that. That's when the double bomber came in, and like I wasn't paying attention to it, and I was just like, yeah, that would happen.
Yeah.
But
I try to, if I have the mental awareness at that moment, I try to drop bombers right when my opponent drops a fighter. That increases the amount of time I have before he can react, right?
mhm.
I didn't do it this time, so it was just luck. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got both your base mines, and then I did the quick math in my head. How much money do I have left? How much fighters do you have? Yep, I can go for that fight.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, if I engaged in that dogfight with all my fighters at the same time, I probably could have won, but like I was slowly kind of dragging them in, and I was just like, what I should have did instead was just because I had enough money, I could have built another mine. I just wasn't sure, and it was just like a flip a coin decision in my brain, like this or that, and I just went, fuck it, I'm gonna go after the fighters and just dogfight it out. We'll just end this real quick or not, because like at that point I was like, what do I got to lose? Like I already, my strategy already backfired on me, so. It's like, go all in or, go out the bang or, you could try to drag it out. And I was just like, well, we all know how well I play when it, drags out with the micro. So we're going to go all in.
Exactly. No micro in a dogfight.
Now,
Yeah.
guys, I think we have to cut this a bit short. The
Okay,
match
let's
between
quickly
Flipper and Raven
go to
already
Naboo.
started 5 minutes ago.
Yeah. But they know that it's after the match. The 20. I've talked to them before, so they are aware that it might be a couple minutes late. Yeah, for Naboo, I'm not exactly sure what went wrong. I sent my fighter over there with waypoints, and it shows you the line, so you see whether it has registered or not. But then it stopped in the center anyway, without any further input from myself. At the same time, at the base mine with my cold hands, I had trouble just clicking my turret. Took like 4 attempts to click it to build it, and then I was like, no, this is bad, just re. And that was just knee jerk because you want to re as early as you can. And then I just hit enter, typed re, hit enter, nothing happens because if you type too fast, the first letters just get chopped off. And it took me three attempts to get a chat through. And by the time, I guess there was the TIE fighter already. So I guess per the rules, even per the lenient rules with you haven't seen what your opponent is doing. At that point, I had seen the fighter. So I think the forfeit is the... it wasn't necessarily needed there, I think, because I don't really learn something from him going to my basement. That's basically like what everyone does, right? I don't see any secret threat by that. But at the same time, I think with this forfeit, we can just stay consistent with our decisions, right?
Yeah, if that were to happen to anybody else in this case, I still think it's salvageable for Rebels. I guess I didn't, just based off of what I saw, I didn't see anything that happened to Laney's base mine in the turret and stuff like that. But botching that Nebula fly through, I feel like if you see Empire, like, and they're gonna, try to hard defend in that case, like, take your X-wing and immediately just, ring it 90 degrees and just go south. Like, just leave it, like, just bail right there, and then, because then it's just
Okay.
like, well, Empire already committed 2 or 3 ties. I'm just letting everybody else know.
I
But,
could have probably even still went for your base mine, a little bit less double damage.
Mhm.
Would have still been okay. But at that point, like my clicking on the left side was bad. My fighter subs, I was just like, nope, fuck this, let's go again. But
Yeah,
at that
no,
point, yeah, it just spiraled into being too late, I guess.
yeah. No, I would agree. I think like you probably could have popped my base mine, but like because you were so late, how long it would have taken. Like that time I did get the engine upgrade, so I would have started just shredding X-Wings because of how late it is. Like normally like hard defending works like when you have a fully built mine. When the mine's getting double damage, it doesn't work as well. So like you have that little open window where you can kind of get in there.
One thing you can do, which I might want to throw out, if that happens, if you're late, you can just cancel your fighters and build a bomber because you have that 15 seconds while you fly over, and the bomber will still get double damage if you call it in the corner. So you can
Could work.
kind of salvage it with that.
Yeah. But yeah.
Just throwing that out there. But yeah, we have to make it quick. So last map, I guess. Yeah, Bothaway. You go first. I don't know.
I wasn't really expecting you to play and practice on that map, so I never even considered it. So I went up and played it and was like, well, I don't have experience on this map. And I got bopped and I started making some decisions. I honestly thought you were going to build top mine when you were there, but I like the, I figured you were going to cheese me at some point, and you cheesed me with the turret. Because I was just like, okay, there's nothing here. Like, I'm going to build it. And then you had all 3 of them go in there at the same time. I'm like, oh, okay, I like that. But I just thought you were going to cheese me on, like, maybe mines or something else in that case. But that kind of set me back. I guess that seems to be the MO. You surprise me and get me off my game, and then I just kind of snowball from there.
Actually, that was kind of the game plan, yes. Going into this, my motto was like, do weird stuff and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
That seems to be a trend with a lot of games, like in this tourney. Like it seems like there's consistently been one player doing something whack.
But it's not like just random stuff, but it's stuff that they have theorized about and then maybe tried and practiced. So I think that's actually very interesting to watch. Like, for example, Cuarson, your defensive strategy on Coruscant, or Ormi's hard defense strategy on Geonosis or stuff like that. Stuff that we haven't seen before in a tournament setting in the Steam era.
Yeah, but other than Bonthan, like, you kind of just kept control in the right areas, and should have probably. I think the one thing that I failed with Bonthan is I just didn't take into account how much money you had, and like in your strategy, like you built 3 X-wings, you went bottom right, you built the turret, so 875, 875. You got the mine, got the laser upgrade. So at that point, I should have realized, well, he can't really build a mine. I should just, I should have just like fought in the middle, and then eventually went after your base mine.
But that's actually wrong. I had the money. I built my base mine turret instead at that point.
No, I'm sorry. That's what I meant with the 875, 870, like the laser turret.
Oh, okay. I didn't build it in the beginning. I built it later. Yeah, okay.
Right.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
So like that's one thing I didn't take the math into account, and because then it's just not having the practice, and I just don't think of those things without them actually being displayed in front of me. Like I guess I just I used to be able to do that, but then I used to that's when I sunk 5,000 hours into this game. But years ago.
You should not have come back.
But yeah, I kind of figured that you were gonna have something up your sleeve on Bonthan, and I was like, I didn't practice this map. This isn't good. But yeah, other than that, that was it really.
All right.
Just
Any final questions from the interviewers? They have been awfully silent.
Yes. Lany, why didn't you ban Dantooine? And were you anticipating that Cyph would pick it? Is that what the frowny face was for on game 3?
The frowny face was actually for that there isn't really a wacky strategy I can do in Naboo. So that was the one map I didn't like him picking. And as for Dantooine, why should I ban it? I can just play and lose. It's just as nice.
I just didn't know if you had a secret strat, if you wanted him to pick it.
I need to keep, I don't know, keep it in the pool. Maybe I play it. Maybe someday I find the right way to play it.
I mean,
Okay.
didn't you see the earlier game? You just build all mines.
Couldn't work.
Yeah, that was wacky.
Okay, we have the other players up there actually jumping around in the voice chat, so we should really wrap it up and get the next one going.
Okie dokie. Well, Syph, we don't know who your next opponent's going to be yet, because there's a lot of games that have to take place before that. And Lany, your next opponent will either be Realm or Moon. So good luck, everybody. Good games. And
Oh yeah, is it? So it's a guaranteed German semifinals. Very nice,
Yes.
very nice.
Yeah,
You let your continent down, Syph.
I did. Feels bad, man.
Oh man.
wow, not even just a country. He left his continent town. Jesus. Anyways,